Gestures that are both good in meaning and bad in meaning. Some of these gestures are, as seen in America, good gestures. They are a greeting or something that somebody will say to a friend. But these same gestures in other countries can be seen as rude or ignorant. So it is important to know the difference between what Americans see as these gestures as, and what other countries see these gestures as well as knowing what else these gestures that we use every day can be used for. Oxford Dictionary defines the word gesture as a movement of part of the body, especially your hand or your head, to express an idea or meaning. And these gestures that we use every day, we use them all the time, and there are other meanings, there are more meanings than we think in different countries. And these gestures, they help people with speaking, whether it's people talking with their hands or something else. In the United States, there are a number of gestures that we use every single day. The wave, the hang loose sign, I love you, and then one of the most common ones is the thumbs up. And in other countries, especially Thailand, Iran, and Afghanistan, the thumbs up can mean anything from childish provocation to a serious obscene insult. So the way that the middle finger is an insult to Americans and people who live in the US, a thumbs up in Thailand, Iran, and Afghanistan equates to the middle finger. Another gesture that we as Americans really don't think of when we do it is we put our hands in our pockets. And, in the US, it's just a casual part of our posture, or when we're talking to friends and we don't know what to do with our hands, we stick them in our pockets. It's something we do almost unconsciously. But in Japan and Korea, putting your hands in your pockets is seen as infuriating arrogance. So being rude and just extremely rude. Then a third gesture that in America that we see as something good, we see it as a compliment, is like a full mouth smile. And an open mouth, full tooth smile is seen in the US as a greeting. It's when somebody gives you a compliment and you want to return, you want to say thank you, you give them a big smile. But in Japan, it's considered rude. Instead, in Japan, because they think their etiquette, they believe highly in proper etiquette. So instead of a big open mouth smile when you laugh or when you talk, a closed mouth smile is better with the peace sign. It's actually pretty interesting, I thought, to me, just because I knew that Japan was very strict on a lot of things that we as Americans aren't necessarily, but I didn't really know that the smile was such a big thing over there. And then, another way the gestures that we use every day are very important is they help people talk. Like, I've been using my hands throughout this, trying to prove a point. A person, when they're talking to someone else, sometimes they will speak with their hands, and they use their hands to try and get a point across. Like, pointing is like, you need to listen to me. Pointing, we do this circle thing with our hands when we're trying to get somebody to continue a conversation. Sometimes we'll lean forward. And these gestures are very important, and they are used every single day by millions of people. A second reason, or a second way that gestures help in speaking is sign language. for instance, American Sign Language, it's, it's a way for people to, well, I can spell out most words with sign language, but it's a way for people who are impaired with hearing to communicate with others who are impaired with hearing, or others who aren't and who are fully capable of hearing. And it's a way for more people to connect. And like I said, they have more meaning than we think. They're so, these hand motions that we make, these silly little things that we do every day, they are so much more important than we give them credit for. And we take advantage of these motions when really we should be learning all we can about what these motions mean. And so